Hey everybody, it's Adam here from the Tree of Liberty Digest channel. We're back in the woods and back with camera in hand. Today I'm going to do a little demonstration about how you could cut down a dead standing tree to use for either firewood or for shelter building purposes. As you can see, this is an old dilapidated shelter that I put up maybe 2 years ago, and all of the cover has been removed from it, so it's just a shell now. But I'm gonna grab one of the first things that we need for this, and that is a good baton. It's got some weight to it, and it's sturdy. It's not rotten. So another thing that we're going to use is my all-purpose working pocket knife. Now, most times when you cut a tree down with a knife, they recommend using a fixed blade knife. But you can't always rely on having one of those on you. Some places they're simply illegal to carry. So let's just say we got a pocket knife and that's all we got, and it's gonna get cold soon, so we need to create some firewood, but we don't want to use stuff that's on the ground, because let's just say it rained, which it did rain last night, so it would be wet. But let's just say that we want to have some nice dry dead standing wood. Maybe we'll use some of it for a shelter. Maybe we'll process some of it up for firewood, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Come with me. I'm gonna go find us a pole, which, by the way, is just a term for a dead standing small tree. All right, here's one. This looks like maybe a young beech tree. It's hard to tell, but as you can see, she's a goner. So we're gonna go ahead and get set up, and I'm gonna show you guys how to baton a tree down with a knife. Stay tuned. Alright folks, here's the tree that we're going to use a knife to cut down. She's dead standing. Just a couple of small twigs on top is all that there's left of it. There's no buds. The bark just falls right off. So she's dead. We're going to take this one down. You know, it's bigger around than my fist. So we're going to cut this off with a knife, and I'm going to show you guys how. It's a little easier than you might think. Ordinary pocket knife. It's got a fairly reliable steel constructed handle and a little bit of a saw in there at the end. The back of the spine towards the hilt is beveled 90 degrees. So that's one of the key things you want to look at when batoning with a knife, is having a sturdy spine. So, all right, here we go. Take our baton. We're just going to pound the knife in, and then come back in at an angle like so. There we go. I want to try and make sure to hit just that 90-degree area on the spine. Again, this is recommended with a fixed blade knife. You just go all the way around. Sort of imitating how a beaver bites into the trees. And just take out little wedges as you go. Make sure to watch for anything that could fall out of the tree as you work your way around. Had limbs detach and land on me before. It's not a fun experience. So we're going to work our way around. Try and do this in a way where I'm not standing in front of the camera. So as I'm coming around the far side of the tree, I'm going to try to go deeper on this side because that's the way it's tending to lean. And you always want to be positive that you know where your tree is going to go. And if you cut more on the side that it wants to go, which you can tell by the direction it's leaning, you'll be less likely to have the tree kick out and hit you as it comes down. So that's important, guys. Really, when we do this, we just want to get enough of it cut out to where we can push it over. The baton's a little bit long. It's kind of getting in the way. I'm going to try and shorten it. There we go. Having trouble maneuvering it so close to my body. Make sure you have a good sturdy knife when you do this, because pocket knives aren't meant to take this kind of force. So be sure you have a very well built one. This one I found in a field. It says Northwestern Trail on it. Made in China. But I've done this a few times with this knife and only ever had to tighten them star-headed pins only like once or twice. So, and you can see the mark from the knife. Making sure I'm still recording. Sometimes it cuts off when someone calls me or what have you. Can only cut a tree down once. There she goes. Let's do it. So we're just going to go all the way around. Yep, just keep going at an angle each time, sort of like an axe. That way you're peeling out little pieces at a time. Breaking up some of the bark there. Goes the baton. Yeah, if you can get just through the first couple of, like the first half inch or so, all the way around, it'll break a lot easier. All right, continuing on. And there we have it. Now, how about we go one step further? You guys want to split it? As you can see, my knife's going to need to be tightened after this, but that's okay. Now this one's a bit big to split in one go, so we got it sort of wedged apart. We're going to come in from the other side and split down. There goes the knife blade. I think I might have definitely worn it out. Like I said, it's not meant. These knives aren't meant to be punished like this. Use a fixed blade knife, but it can be done. Once you get it started, you can wedge it apart. Just keep finding little pieces you can fit in wherever and gently pound them down. Especially if you get your knife stuck. Coming along. that with some punk wood, otherwise known as half dry rotted. Okay, so it appears as if my knife has loosened up to a point previously unknown to me. Now I know that I've beaten this knife right up, right down to nothing. But can I repair it? That's the next question. Yeah, I'll have to probably go home and get the star bit and do it later. But until then, I would like to finish the video. So here's where we incorporate overcoming our issues. We're going to put the knife down. We've gotten this far and we've started it. So what we're going to do is come in with a bigger piece of wood and we're going to baton that down in here and try to use that to break this. So this baton's got a good point to it. Stick that in the top here. Get this one here. Trying to make sure you guys got the shot right. So I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't start it with the knife, for sure. But all right, my knife's beat. Need to take it to the hospital, aka my shed, and fix it. But I guess this ultimately becomes a testament to what a pocket knife is capable of and what it's not so capable of. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching me beat up an old knife and make a little bit of firewood. Peace, guys.